Hi everyone, it's Jeremy here. Today we're going to look at loops in Python. The power of computing is all about doing calculations super fast, one addition every nanosecond, and about being able to repeat tasks multiple times. Repetition, as far as Python is concerned, involves loops. Today we're going to consider two kinds of loops. Number one, for loops. Number two, while loop. For loops are counted loops. This is definite iteration. We execute a block of code a fixed number of times. So here we say for I, normally the variable is I, in range 5. This means I is going to vary over a range of integer values. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 5. 5 is the upper limit. Print star times I is going to print I stars on a line, and then we're going to do this some number of times in our loop. So there we go, we get a nice right-angled triangle there. The first time around the loop we print 0 stars, second time we print 1, then we print 2, then 3, then 4, and we stop after that. We don't print 5 because 5 is the upper limit of the range. Okay, so the range implicitly starts at 0 and the upper limit isn't included, a bit like slicers. We can also specify a lower limit for our range. So if I say 1, 2, 6, not including 6, and then say something like print, oh dear, str I plus men went to mow a meadow. I know a song like that. Let's see if this works. One men went to mow. Oh, it's not quite right, is it? I think we need to fix that. So first of all, we need to put in a space here. And then we need to say it should be a man. Here we go. Man, if I is equal to 1, else men plus went to mow meadow. Right, this might work now. 1 man went to mow meadow, 2 men went to mow meadow, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men. Great. So what have we done here? We've iterated from 1 to 6. That's our range, not including the upper limit 6. We're printing out a statement each time in the block, and the statement converts the integer I to a string, adds a space, and then prints man if I is 1, otherwise it prints men. This is a conditional expression rather than a conditional statement, okay? And then we add the rest of the line there. Okay, so that's our for loop. Oh, one more thing to say, we can also stride more than once as well. So we might say this for, let's see, I in range 2 to 10, rising by 2 each time. And then we might say inside the loop, print I, and then after the loop, we might say print who do we appreciate? And this should go 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Let's see if this works. Yay, good. So we're incrementing by 2 each time round the loop. And again, we stop after we've got to the upper limit. Good. So there's the 3 parameters in our range there. The start parameter, 2, the limit parameter, 10, and the increment, the stride parameter, 2. One more thing to say about for loops, we can also loop over elements in a list rather than a range of integer values. So look at this. For W in, here's my list, ha, there's one element in the list. Hi, there's another element in the list. Ho, this is a list of strings. Okay, and we're going to say print W plus PPY. And it iterates over each element of the string in the order, each element of the list in the order in which the elements appear, and we're going to put B on the end, so we say happy, hippy, hoppy. Good, so that's counted iteration. We know how many times we're going to re-execute this loop because we know how many elements there are in the list. Now let's think about while loops in Python. These are conditional loops. Sometimes this is called indefinite iteration. Here, the loop body executes so long as a condition holds. Let's look at an example. We're going to think about a guessing game in Python. The computer is going to choose a random number, so we need to import the random library, and then we are going to try and guess what the random number is. So we're going to use the input function to get an input from the user, which we can turn into an int and compare against the random number. So let's say we've got 3 guesses. Num guesses equals 3. Okay, that's how many times we're allowed to guess. And we're going to say our mystery number is equal to random.randint, and it's going to be a number in the range, let's say 1 to 6 inclusive, so that's like throwing a dice, I suppose, a 6-sided die. Right, so we're going to say while, this is our indefinite iteration here, here's the condition, num guesses is greater than 0. So while we've still got some guesses left to make, okay, then we'll let the human make a guess. Guess equals input, guess the mystery value. Oops, spell it right, value. Now that's going to return a string, and we need to turn that into an int. So I need to say guess equals int brackets input guess the mystery value. Okay, so once we've got hold of our guess, we're still inside the loop body here. We're going to say if guess, the value we've chosen, is equal to, that's the double equals there, mystery. Okay, then we've got it right. So we're going to say print, you win. Okay, and if they don't guess it right, we're going to say else, num guesses equals num guesses minus 1. So you get one less opportunity to try it out. Okay, so the program started. Now guess the mystery value. So it's number between 1 and 6. I'm going to guess 3. Oh dear, haven't got it right. So I've iterated round again because guess wasn't equal to mystery. So I'm going to guess 4. Oh dear, I'm going to guess 5. Oh no, I didn't get it right at all. So I kept on going. I wonder if we can make this a little bit easier. Maybe we can say num guesses equals 6. Hopefully I should be able to get it now. Ha ha ha, what a cheat. And then let's run it again. Okay. Guess the mystery value. I'm going to guess 1. I'm going to guess 2. You win! There we go. The number was 2. Ah, but look at this. It's asking me again. So I'll need to type in again. I keep on going. And, well, let's just cancel the program there. So the problem is, of course, when I win, I want to stop. So after I have won, I probably want to say num guesses equals 0 because I don't need to go again. Okay, and now if I run it again, I haven't actually thrown the dice again. I haven't executed the random randint again. So I'm going to say 2, and it should say you win, and then it stops. Nice, that's great. So we have written a fairly decent program there to do a while loop, conditional execution, and every time we make a guess, if we get it right, then we end the loop, and if we get it wrong, then we decrement a counter, num guesses, and eventually that counter will get to 0, and then we end the loop. So this is our conditional iteration here. You can imagine more complex conditions as well that would go here. These conditions have to be Boolean expressions.